Hey everybody, Jason Bermas here for WeAreChange.org. And now that the dust has settled on this DC baseball shooting, I wanted to weigh in because there's a few things that have really bothered me about this event. Now, the first thing that has really bothered me about this event is the way that the left media and the right media have acted in the aftermath. Now, politicians, they've been pretty reserved. I've got to give them credit. Nobody has really come out and tried to make this into a real political agenda. There was a bill that was just discussed yesterday that would loosen some of the laws in DC regarding gun restrictions. If you're not aware, DC itself is very different than Virginia. It is extremely hard for the so-called good guys to have weapons to be able to protect themselves in events like this. And really, we are very lucky that more people were not killed. If anybody has seen the raw footage that was captured by a bystander of this event, they know that gunshots were being fired in rapid fashion for some period of time. So now, let's get to what the left has said, the extreme left. Not everybody on the left. And by the way, here at WeAreChange.org, it's not about left or right. It's about right and wrong. And I've actually heard pundits saying that Republicans created this environment and they deserve what they got. Are you insane? These are human beings. And although I have my differences with politicians, quite a few indeed, there's a certain way to go about things. And you do not go about them through assassination, through random assassination. And of course, it's now being reported that this person actually had an assassination list of Republicans in his pocket. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, I'm almost equally disgusted at the right. They're saying, look at this guy. He's a Bernie Sanders supporter. He's, a deep leftist, a deep liberal. He loves socialism. Of course he was going to snap and shoot all these people. Here's the thing. Folks, this wasn't about left or right. This was about plain crazy. Plain crazy. Okay? And we're going to get to the one thing that nobody has discussed at all. I haven't heard about it in the mainstream. I haven't heard about it in the alternative press. Nobody is asking this simple question. What medications was this man on? What meds was he taking? No one's even reported on it. No one's asked the question. Now, what do we know about this guy outside of his political beliefs? Well, we know he had foster children. And we know that one of these foster children at some point actually killed herself by self-immolation. Yeah, she lit herself on fire, folks. Okay, something must have been going on. And he had been charged with domestic abuse against one of these foster children. However, it was never brought to court as the witness really refused to testify. Now, fast forward to present day, and a separate foster child. So this was a foster care family, which is kind of a bizarre situation in the beginning. We know that there's a lot of abuse that goes on in these foster homes. Don't get me wrong. There are good foster parents out there. But we know, unfortunately, in many cases, some people are in it for either a paycheck or worse. Now, one of his foster daughters had moved back home, and at this point, apparently he couldn't take it anymore, as reported by his wife. And that's when he went down to Virginia to kind of get away. And a lot of the warning signs were there. He'd sold off a lot of his stuff. And this happens. Now, again, the question is, what medications was this man taking? Was he on SSRIs? And I gotta say, folks, I would be shocked to learn that he did this on no medication at all, that he literally just went that insane. There had to be some help along, in my opinion. And we should at least be asking the question. We live in a country where I've never seen an advertisement on television for a gun, for a firearm, for a rifle, for a shotgun, for a handgun, for any of that, okay? For any of that. Yet, every single day that I happen to watch television in passing, just walking by, there are constant commercials for the pharmaceutical industry. We need to take note of this, and we need to diagnose the real issue in America, which is a mental health issue and a dependency on drugs that are extremely dangerous. If you like this video and you want to see more, please subscribe, share on social media, and of course go to WeAreChange.org. And folks, if you can, please donate. It is only through your donations that WeAreChange.org is possible. Thank you very much.